All right, let's talk a little bit about what Nintendo showed off in the latest Nintendo Direct, which was a pretty good Direct. There weren't any huge atom bombs dropped, any kind of insane reveals of things that we wouldn't imagine. It was weird not to see Metroid Prime 4, but it was nice to see a little bit more of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which is coming up soon. I can't wait for that game. Definitely super cool that we're going back to some fun 2D action. Also, very excited for Super Mario RPG, and that one is imminent. And also Wargroove 2, it was cool to see a little bit more on that. I really enjoyed the first Wargroove, so I can't wait to see what Chucklefish has in store for Wargroove 2. But my top 10 surprises from the Nintendo Direct today starts with number 10. Dave the Diver is finally coming to the consoles. I'm sure Switch won't be the only place you can play this game, but it's going to be great on Switch. This is a cool pixel art experience, diving in, collecting fish, and then serving them up as sushi. I've played this a bit on the Steam Deck and have enjoyed it, and I think it's going to be a terrific fit on the Switch, especially the Switch OLED. The game's got a really cool, much deeper, pun intended, vibe than you would anticipate when you first dive in, with also pun intended, into this game. A lot of my friends absolutely adore Dave the Diver and talk about it as one of the best of 2023. And that is a crowded conversation. Number 9 on my list of top 10 surprises is the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered Collection that's coming out on February 14th of next year. And this looks cool. It looks like it's not the most ambitious remaster, but it does look cool to see Lara Croft. You can play in the old low poly version, or you can play with a slightly more rounded poly version of the Tomb Raider games from back in the day. I just hope that the controls have been tuned a little bit, because those were clunky back then. I reviewed all those games when they first came out, and I would complain about the controls back then. Still, it's very, very cool that we're going to be able to jump in and play these hugely influential games from back in the PlayStation 1 era again in early 2024. Number 8 on my list is Unicorn Overlord, which also was the best name for a game showed off in the Direct. Unicorn Overlord. I said it was like a death metal band's name. But what's cool about this, it's another terrific looking tactical strategy experience. I think they were boasting that it is the rebirth of tactical strategy. There are a lot of great tactical strategy games out there, and a lot of them are on Nintendo Switch, but this one's made by Vanillaware, and they make beautiful looking experiences, this really eclectic and gorgeous, sumptuous, hand-drawn aesthetic, and that's exactly what we're seeing here with Unicorn Overlord. This one looks like it's going to be addictive. It definitely looks beautiful, and it comes out March 8th, 2024. We don't know the exact date for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, which is number 7 on my list. This is a remake of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the 3DS, which was one of the best 3DS games, and I'm sure that the fine people at Next Level Games have been doing some great work tuning this for the Nintendo Switch platform. I loved this game when I played it originally. I cannot wait to re-experience it. They've added some new multiplayer elements in here as well, and it already looks awesome, but we've got some time to wait for this one. Number 6 on my list is Contra Operation Galuga, and this is an interesting one. Konami is working with WayForward to remake the original NES game for the current consoles out there. I would anticipate that this is on other machines, but I'm very excited to check this out on Nintendo Switch. I had some concerns about it possibly being 30 frames per second from the stream as I was watching it in real time, but I do think that this is going to be a 60 frames per second game. You can play it cooperatively, and it's got all kinds of weird, crazy bosses and lots of cool transitional levels and cool concepts in here. Run and gun, and it's just going to be awesome to see Contra refreshed in 2024. Can't wait to play Operation Galuga. Number 5 on my list is Princess Peach Showtime, and this is an interesting idea from Nintendo to give Peach the spotlight, literally, because she's saving all of these different theatrical productions, which allow Peach to assume different roles with different powers and abilities. Looks like cool side-scrolling fun, but definitely it's got its own vibe, its own aesthetic, its own core gameplay pieces, and it's just great to see Peach take the limelight like this. She deserves it. She's been with us for so long. Finally, we're getting a new Princess Peach video game. Comes out March 22nd, 2024. Number 4 was a stealth drop. It's available now. It's F-Zero 99. It might not be the F-Zero game that we've been waiting for, some kind of remaster or a brand new addition to the F-Zero legacy, but this is cool. I guess it is a brand new addition to the F-Zero legacy. It's just crazy. You have to play against 98 other people, and there's only going to be one winner, so it's a traffic jam with everybody going at hundreds of kilometers an hour, trying not to hit each other because it takes your energy down. It sounds like chaos. I can't wait to jump in. I imagine I'm going to be shaking my fist at the screen a lot playing the game, but that's F-Zero. It's just more maddening now. But I can't wait to play F-Zero 99. Number 3 on my list was a very nice surprise. It's great to see more GameCube games making their way to Nintendo Switch. This is Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door. This is one of the most beloved of the role-playing experiences in Mario's Mushroom Kingdom, and it's gorgeous. There's lots of cool, inventive gameplay ideas in here. Obviously, there's going to be some quality of life improvements as it's being ported to the new machine. And it does look like it's being handled with a lot of care and a lot of love. And I think it's going to be so much fun to play. I do think it is a little weird, I have to say, that we're seeing Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario The Thousand-Year Door kind of bracket this Nintendo Direct presentation. These are two huge role-playing games with Mario and his cast of friends. And it's strange that Nintendo's not giving them a little bit more breathing room, but they're both awesome experiences and both worth being excited about, and I definitely am. Number 2 on my list is the game that I was most excited to see. It's Mario vs. Donkey Kong. This takes us back to Donkey Kong on the original Game Boy, which came out in '94. That was a seminal experience, and of course that was extrapolated with various Mario vs. Donkey Kong games over the years. Every level's a puzzle with lots of cool abilities that Mario has got to solve the puzzles. I can't freaking wait to play this game. I've always been addicted to these experiences when I played them in handheld form and on various platforms. I'm super excited that it's coming to the Switch, and that's going to hit February 16th, 2024. And number 1 on my list is not a game at all, which is kind of weird, but it speaks to the fact that Nintendo is growing as an entertainment empire. They've got a museum that's going to be launching in March of 2024 in Kyoto, Japan. I cannot wait to go there because one of the most unbelievable mysteries in the video game industry is just how Nintendo creates its magic. And the fact that this museum is going to be so close to NCL, to where the corporate head offices and the development offices of Nintendo are located, is going to mean some extraordinary revelations are going to be a part of going to this museum. Nintendo has made beautiful, beautiful interactive work for so long, and I think finally the world is going to see a little bit behind the curtain with this museum. I hope. I can't wait to go. I'm definitely going. That's my family doesn't even know that this thing has been announced today, and I'm going to talk to them about us going to Japan for a family vacation in 2024 for sure. And one of our stops absolutely will be this Nintendo museum. All right, those are my top 10 surprises. I definitely want to hear what your thoughts were on Nintendo's Direct presentation. Let me know in the comments below what games we're missing, what games are you most hyped for. That's going to do it for today, though. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon, and until then, play forever.